Everyone, and welcome to this month's episode of 7 on Travel. I am Michelle Pate from Surf City Cruise and Travel, and today we are diving into all things Mexico. This is such a diverse country, from art to architecture, from mariachi to museums, from sprawling contemporary urban areas to centuries-old colonial cities. Mexico has it all. When people think of Mexico, they think of tacos and tequila, laying on the beach along that gorgeous Caribbean Sea, or maybe sipping cocktails by the pool. But friends, Mexico has more to offer than that. It has so much more. For example, did you know that not all museums in Mexico are housed in impressive buildings? For one museum, you might want to don a mask and snorkel, or even some scuba gear, and head under the water to Musa, Cancun's underwater museum, which features more than 500 life-sized statues connecting the waters from Cancun to Isla Mujeres. These installations have gone in over a number of years, and there's everything from a Volkswagen to a group of people who are, the collective name of this group of people is We Are the Reef. And that is because this installation was put in this area under the sea to promote and to develop coral and marine life in the.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I did not know about that.
I didn't either.
My favorite installation name there is the Dream Collector, and that's because when we travel, I love the fact that we are collecting dreams to remember, around the Thanksgiving table for years and years to come. It's an incredible thing, and when you go there with your friends or family, or how about if you go there with your kids, how about that essay they're going to write that says, this is what I did on my family vacation this year. Pretty special.
That's impressive.
But did you know that Musa is not the only way to make discoveries underground in this part of Mexico? These beauties right here behind me are cenotes. They are underground rivers that were discovered when the limestone ground above them gave way to show these underground caves or caverns, and they are incredible. You can swim in a cenote, you can snorkel in a cenote, but my husband is a PADI certified diver, and one of his favorite types of dives to do is in a cenote. These beautiful underground rivers, as they were, are on private property as a rule. And how would you go on one? Well, you might find them at your resort. There are resorts that have cenotes on property. Or if you want to do a dive in one of these, join a dive excursion to a cenote, where you will have the fee to get into this private cenote will be included. Also, by the way, this is not warmed by the sun water. So this water is underground. It's typically about 68 degrees year round. So might be a little uncomfortable for some of us to like go in an hour in that water. So they include a wetsuit as part of your excursion cost. Also, we're going in a cave, right? So it's going to be dark. So you're going to have a flashlight. That's also going to be included. So you've got your fee is taken care of, your wetsuit is taken care of, your flashlight is taken care of. How are you going to find your way around this cave? The caves have a system of colored ropes where you, at the entrance, you take your colored rope. Let's say your group is red. You take your red colored rope and you follow your guide, by the way, stay with your guide. You stay with your guide going through all the different caverns. You start at the entrance, your rope makes its way all the way back to the entrance again, and there you are. And by the way, these caves used to be dry caves. So have you ever been to like Carlsbad Caverns or Mammoth Caves, where you see stalactites and stalagmites? These caves may have these features. And my husband is actually, he's a cave guy, and he just loves going in these. He said his very favorite moments when he is in a cenote are the ones basically like you see right here, when they go from the part of the cave where it's been dark and you're just looking around with your flashlight. When you come out into the open where you see the light streaming in, where these rays are streaming in, he said it is nothing less than surreal. He loves this place. He said, where there's light, there is life. And this is where you'll find, you see the plant growth that's in here. Maybe you're going to see tree roots or vines or some of these lily pads. There's a lot of lily pads in cenotes. Fish on one of his dives. You know the spa fish, the spa pedicure you can get at the resort or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So there were spa fish here. They were nibbling on my heels. So
oh my gosh.
So the cenote, it's really, we're talking unique experiences today. And whether you swim or snorkel, or if you are a diver, you can have a truly unique dive experience in a cenote. So that's it for my unique experiences today. We'll discover more another day, but for now, Viva Mexico. Natalie, what are you cooking?
I love it, Michelle. That's fantastic.
I learned so much.
And you find
Wait.
the excursions by using a travel advisor such as Michelle, who knows so much about.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
She's such an expert. I love that photo so much, Michelle. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It feels like you're right in the middle of it too.
I am.
So thanks so much. I'm Natalie Boice-Pardee of Boice-Pardee Travel. And I am super excited to talk to you about amazing culinary and beverage experiences you can have when you're in Mexico. Your visit to Mexico should be filled with these experiences. Each region of Mexico has its own cuisines, and the exploration of these dishes will be a part of learning about the culture and history of each area of Mexico. And Karen's going to talk to us more about some of that later. But some of the best food you might find in Mexico is street food. Some of the food you might want to try are tacos, tamales, tostados. But for authentic street food, you have to try elotes, the photo behind me, which are corn cobs covered with mayonnaise, queso fresco, chili powder, and lime juice, and often served on a wooden stick, which is very convenient, so you don't get your hands all messy. This is a favorite dish that my husband likes to make in the summer when our corn is really fresh here in upstate New York. So is so yummy. That's one of the things I love about travel, actually, and living with someone who's a really good cook is bringing home culinary inspirations, things that you can cook at home. So yeah. So Mexican food is packed with flavor. So whether you're a fan of sitting street side or indulging in fine dining, you can definitely learn to make it yourself at a class or a cooking school with some of the country's best chefs. So, the agave plant grows all over Mexico and is often used in coffee instead of sugar. I had it in my coffee this morning. And it's 1.5 times sweeter than sugar, actually. It's so tasty. And you can get it in stores here. So, but you'll often see it on cocktail menus. And it's the plant that's responsible for mezcal and tequila. So definitely an interesting agricultural part of Mexico. So, but obviously not just food that Mexico has to offer. You wine lovers, you can enjoy wine tours in the Baja region or in the Central Highlands. Yeah. For something a little stronger, you can sample mezcal, tequila, or raicilla. Hope I said that right. Cantinas traditionally were only frequented by men historically, but now can be enjoyed by everyone, which makes me very happy because I love beer or a little beverage and bar snack. So that makes me super happy. And it's just part of, immersing yourself in the culture, immersing yourself with the people that live there, getting out of your hotel and seeing things where people are living. So I'm a huge fan of the foods and beverages from Mexico. So I definitely encourage you to make that a big part of your visit. And
Absolutely.
us here are very, very happy to help you, to steer you and to help you find, good food, good experiences, things that fit your tastes and your budget. So definitely, make sure you use a travel advisor to help you plan your trip.
Absolutely.
So Lael, what are you going to be talking to us about next?
Thank you, Natalie. I'm going to be talking about the extraordinary diversity and the glorious possible destinations of Mexico. Mexico holds something for every kind of traveler. Travel advisors such as we are can enable you to get the most out of your vacation dollars. Not only do we have the expertise and personal experience with the area, but we also have boots on the ground contacts to make sure you have access to the best experiences. We know the dates for the incredible festivals and can give you private access to special encounters. Hay más tiempo que vida. There is more time than life, is a statement that most Mexicans live by. There are so many celebrations. For music aficionados, the spectacular Son Yaroko, which mixes contemporary music with religion, is not to be missed. Of course, good travel advisors will know the best fiestas for you. There's even a national donkey festival in May that attracts over 50,000 people.
Oh my goodness.
But if crowds aren't your thing, imagine floating on a beautifully decorated hot air balloon as the sun rises over ancient Mayan ruins. Perhaps you remember the great Olmec colossal head or the Aztec sunstone from your high school history books. Travel advisors can arrange for a private after-hours visit to the Museo Nacional de Antropología, where they are on display. Wouldn't it be nice to get to see them without the press of the crowds? Our contacts continually vet the local guides so you can be led by someone who not only knows the subjects about which they speak, but can communicate about why they are important and exciting. We can help you participate in the Semana Santa trek during Holy Week. That is this fascinating blend of local and Catholic traditions. Travel advisors can take you on a hacienda hopping trips where you and your travel companions can stay at luxurious private residences with all the amenities of hotels, including private chefs. For those who wish to travel in styles, we can help you with privately chartered planes and yachts with staff who anticipates your every whim. But if you wish to join others, we know the best large and small group tours and can make sure you get the vacation experience you want. Perhaps you're interested in an adventure vacation complete with glamping. The Copper Canyon is known for spectacular natural wonders. You would have a chance to ride the famous Chihuahua al Pacifico train and explore the remote Tarahumara villages and rancheras. You could immerse in local culture and might even participate in the celebration of the ancestral ball race. If you feel you've done Mexico, maybe a journey through Chiapas is in order. In addition to the towering rock walls of the Smudera Canyon, you might enjoy the magical waterfall of the Misol High. While there, relax in the hospitality of the indigenous villages of San Juan, Chamula, and Zinacantan. Mexico tends to be easy to get to for those who live in the contiguous United States. Therefore, it is a great place to consider for team building. We'll strap your group in as they get behind the wheel during open Baja car racing, or teach them to surf at the charming fishing and artist village of Todos Santos. Of course, as Natalie stated, travel advisors are up to date on the best restaurants and can even open the doors to private restaurant and home experiences. The cuisine of Mexico is officially named a World Cultural Heritage. So how does a culinary tour of Oaxaca sound? In addition to expertly guided cooking classes with internationally renowned chefs, you will have the opportunity to perhaps enjoy a radish festival or one of the colorful 26 Fiesta of candles. While there, you will also sample regional delicacies of hot chocolate and, if you wish, grasshopper. Because Mexico is so close,
thank you.
diversity and beauty is often taken for granted. But there are 68 indigenous languages spoken, and Mexico City has the second largest numbers of museums in the world. It would take a lifetime to visit it all. Did you know that Mexico is the home to the world's largest pyramid? The Pyramid of Cholula, which is right behind me, is bigger than the one at Giza. However, it's hidden by the church that was built by the Spanish conquistadors. The country is a great place for a family vacation. What aspiring young astronomer wouldn't find it incredibly cool to see the crater where the meteorite that wiped out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago landed? With so much to do, you may be concerned that you won't have enough stamina. There too, good travel advisors can assist. We help our clients with their timing. So when you get home, you will have a wealth of positive memories to share.
Yeah.
Remember, the internet is for looking, a travel advisor is for booking. Lael Hazan, gracious Getaways. Take it away, Amy, from Make Amazing Memories, who will speak about diving and Cancun.
Hello, I am Amy with Make Amazing Memories, and actually I'm going to talk about diving in Cozumel. Cozumel has world-class diving and lures divers from around the world. It's located just 12 miles off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. It is Mexico's largest island, being 28 miles long and 10 miles wide. You can get to Cozumel by flying into Cozumel's International Airport or flying into Cancun and taking about a 45-minute ride to the ferry in Playa del Carmen, where you can take the ferry to Cozumel. All diving in Cozumel takes place on the island's western shore, which is sheltered from the prevailing easterly winds and surf. A steady north-flowing current are found on all sites, and the drift diving is very popular. Drift diving can seem very intimidating, but is actually very relaxing. You just flow with the current and enjoy the sea life, where you end your dive at the dive boat waiting for you at the end of the current.
Really?
The majority of Cozumel dive sites lie within the 30,000 acre marine park known as Cozumel Reefs National Marine Park. Here, the waters are home to more than 100 types of coral and 260 species of fish. Some of the sea life you may encounter are colored sponges, turtles, nerf sharks, rays, angelfish, groupers, parrotfish, seahorses, shrimp,
Wow.
very tiny crabs.
The largest
I love when they swim by.
my husband has ever seen were in that. He said they were so big that they looked fake, like in Disneyland, because they're protected. They just grow and grow and grow.
Wow.
So it's just like you're swimming in an aquarium.
That's so cool.
There are a number of resorts on the island, many of them offering scuba diving certification. So if you just want to go on vacation and get certified, here's your chance. And there's other diving packages to include night diving. And if you'd rather snorkel, you don't want to take the time to get certified, or you're not already certified, there are plenty of opportunities to do so in Cozumel. And if you're interested in ship diving, you can have an opportunity to do that as well. If you're not wanting to stay on the island of Cozumel, there's plenty of other locations along the way from Cancun up to Playa del Carmen that you can stay, resorts. So plenty of opportunities. So next is Karan.
Okay, Amy, I have a question. Did you say nerf sharks?
Nurse.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure I got that right.
Nurse.
I don't know why
I
they're
might
called
have
nurse sharks. Do they
Shark
nurse
dive.
you, or do you need a nurse after meeting them?
Exactly.
Getting certified,
sure.
diving
I just wanted
certified
to be
is actually on
sure.
my bucket list. I am dying to do it.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So who's diving certified here?
I am.
Lael, Amy.
I dive.
I've been diving. I did used to dive, but these doggone sinuses of mine,
Ooh.
and asthma, I can't really get certified anymore, but my husband is a certified diver. And what I was going to add to what Amy said is that if you have one member of your family who is a certified diver and another member of your family, AKA me, who's not a certified diver anymore, then you can do, one person can snorkel and one person can scuba. So you don't have to let the fact that only one of you is certified keep you from doing something together. If you want to, you can go, one snorkels, one dives, and you both get to do what you love to do.
Oh, that's cool.
And to tag on, I've been certified, I've let it lapse and recertified. I like hanging out at 30 feet where the light changes. And snuba is now really something easy. And with your travel advisor, you can find, like Amy, you can find small insert there. You can find the right people to go with, because for those of us who don't dive as frequently, keeping your certification up may be just a pain, and snuba gives you all the ease without having to do the classes. And somebody takes care of the responsibility.
Snuba is you're connected with you're wearing a helmet, and then but the oxygen is connected via like a hose.
You're connected to the boat. So it's not quite as free, but it's the best of both worlds.
Great experience.
So can non-swimmers do that kind of thing? People who don't swim well, or,
They actually, you might have seen like these motorcycle looking things where they're wearing a helmet. You might have seen something like that. So that's a way. You're always going to be, even if you're a snorkeler, you are required to wear a life vest. So no matter if you're Michael Phelps on a snorkeling excursion, you're still wearing a life vest. So I know it actually, people who are great swimmers aren't fans of having to wear a life vest, but I mean,
I'm not.
Just as an FYI, 411, you will be wearing a life vest because, I'm sure they're insurance, but you're going to wear a life vest. It's going to be safe, and you can either see from, or if you're a great snorkeler and you know how to hold your breath and dive down, you can do that. But if you love to be part of the thing, I know, as Amy would tell you, scuba is really an amazing way to do it. And I wish I could still dive. I loved it.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks everybody. I'm learning something.
I loved hearing about diving with the currents. That just sounds amazing. So, all right, you're motivating me, Amy. I definitely
very relaxing.
The problem is I live where it's cold like most of the year. So I need to go get certified somewhere else.
You have to go down
to Mexico.
Yeah.
It's time to go to Mexico. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh gosh, Amy, and just everybody, thank you so much, because there's some stuff that I'm learning, because I don't get to Mexico very often. So some of the stuff that you've brought up is like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to go back. I got to go back. Hi, everybody. I am Karan Morrow with Where to Next Travel. And I'm just going to go over a little bit of some of the culture, because, oh my gosh, Mexican culture, as we know it, is a product of centuries of mixing between indigenous, African, and Spanish populations during what they call the colonial period. So this mix produced a unique cultural identity that makes up the basis for what we know as modern day Mexico. And this can be seen in every aspect of Mexican life: food, clothing, art, music, language. There are 31 states in Mexico. So everybody needs to remember that. It's a big, big place. So those states include Baja California Sur in the west, where you'll find Los Cabos on the southern tip; Nayarit and Jalisco in the southwest of the country, where you'll find Bahia de Banderas, or the Bay of Flags, which is home to Puerto Vallarta; Mexico City, near the center of the country, and it's its own mini state. And then all the way to the east at the Yucatan Peninsula, where you'll find Cozumel, Isla Mujeres, and Quintana Roo. Please say that. So everybody tries to say Quintana Roo. It is Quintana Roo. So can everybody say can everybody say Cancun, everybody? Cancun, that's where you'll find it. So it's home to the ancient Maya ruins of Chacchoben, Coba, Cohunlich, Muyil, Tulum, Xelha, and Xcaret. So that's weird word that's spelled Xcaret. That is Xcaret. Xcaret. So now remember all those dive spots Michelle and Amy clued you in on? Mexico is full of wonders like that, both natural and man-made, which is why UNESCO has named so many of Mexico's landmarks as World Heritage Sites. Some of them include ancient Mayan pyramids in Chichen Itza and the Xochimilco canals and the Copper Canyon that Lael told us about, among so many others. Ask any of us how we can book you some outstanding destination experiences at the World Heritage Sites and at the Cultural Wonders of Mexico. Now, I'm going to do some cultural myth busting here. So first, contrary to what you may believe, Mexico's Independence Day is not on May 5th, but rather on September 16th. Celebrations begin on the eve of the holiday with the Grito, a ceremony commemorating the Shout of Dolores in 1810, which gave way to the War of Independence. This is followed by fireworks, music, dancing, parades, and many of those delicious foods Natalie talked about are part of this celebration. Oh, by the way, Cinco de Mayo, yeah, that celebrates the anniversary of Mexico's victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Now, my cultural myth bust number 2, Day of the Dead celebrations. No, it's not Mexican Halloween. Dia de los Muertos is both a commemoration of death and a celebration of life, and happens on November 1st and 2nd every year. Colorful shrines honoring the deceased, known as ofrendas, are placed in homes, offices, churches, schools, everywhere on the squares in the weeks prior and leading up to the holiday, and graveyards are lit up with candles and music. Parades and street parties take place. There's dancers, there's puppets, there's theater troupes, and those bright skulls that you see all the time. So those honor the dead and both celebrate the living. Now, travel during that time of year will give you that cooler weather that you may look for, and a chance to actually participate in some of the Dia de los Muertos celebrations. You are always welcome. A lot of families will welcome you just to, help celebrate, commemorate some of their loved ones, and then help you celebrate as being part of living, and it all just ties together. Now that I've gone through that, now I don't know about you, Sheila, but it is time for me to go back to Mexico. So if you could tell everybody where they can stay in Mexico that can get them close to some of the places and activities that we've all talked about here.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
That was amazing. I learned so many new things. Who knew about Independence Day? That is absolutely amazing. So what we've all been talking about, Mexico is a beautiful and amazing place. And if you're going to travel all the way there, you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the cultural exchange that is there. So Mexico has so many beautiful resorts with absolutely everything that you want. The 3 that I want to focus on today encompass all of the cultural exchange and everything that you go to Mexico for. Xcaret, pronounced Xcaret, is the correct pronunciation. And it's located in one of my favorite places in Mexico, the Yucatan. There are 900 unique guest suites with hammocks and really cool things to do inside. There's a really neat pool on the roof. There are 12 restaurants to help with anything that you can think of that you'd want to eat, all the really fun Mexico food. All of the things that Natalie talked about will be there. But they have an amazing kids club, and there are also wonderful, beautiful ways for families to do things together. It also includes all of the entrance to all of the beautiful natural parks. One of them is Shelha, and Shelha is this natural water park with so many fun, amazing things to do. So, and Shelha is not to be missed. So consider Ishkaret for families. Now, Unico is an adults only resort, and they do adults only really, really well, along with 5-star service and everything that it offers. There's butler service, there's because it's all adults, there's you know, alcohol dispensers in your room, but it really has unique Mexico flavor. So you'll be able to go and see some really unique artwork, have some really unique experiences just at your resort. Really great for all inclusives. And then lastly, for our discerning Mexico guests, I'm recommending Le Banc Resort. They have 259 rooms. It's, like I said, beautiful artwork, lots of unique experiences of Mexico. There's a bottle of wine in every room. There's butler service, of course, and there's someone who is assigned to your room other than butler service that will provide ironing and anything that you need like that. So really fun, beautiful things to do in Mexico. So thanks for being with us this month, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe using the button below and make sure to click on the bell so that you'll be notified when we post new content. Want to reach out to us? Watch all the way through to the end of this video and get our contact information. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and see you next month.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
See.